Welcome back to the Untouchaballs podcast. Caden and Leo here. Caden, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. What about you, Max?
I'm doing good. College football went all right for me this weekend. NFL went worse, but let's hop right into it in our recap. Caden, what do we got in that first college game?
Yeah, starting off, we had what was supposed to be, the game of the week. We had number 3 against number 4. We thought, Ohio State should be able to get in there in Penn State, get the dub. That's what they ended up doing.
Yeah.
They won 20-13. We got our cover. But really, it came down to that. Towards the end of the game, that last couple minutes, Penn State had first and goal from the 3. And somehow Ohio State was able to, after 3 straight runs up the middle, got them out about the 1. They go for it on 4th down with about 5 minutes-ish left. Try to throw the ball incomplete pass, and then Ohio State was able to run out the clock after that. So now it looks really good for Ohio State in the Big Ten.
It does. It's a huge win.
Yeah. Now Penn State has a loss in conference in the Big Ten. Also now they just have a loss on the record, undefeated no more. Ohio State looked pretty good. Will Howard looked better. He looked good against this pretty tough Penn State defense.
100%.
And yeah, they were able to get the win 2013. Should move them up a little bit. Now, yeah, they're looking better for a possible Big Ten championship game.
Like you said, Caden, a very gritty win for Ohio State to come and bust that one out. Exactly how I thought this game was going to go. We kind of, harped on that a lot on the episode on Friday, but we won't beat that horn too much. It was a solid victory for Ohio State. Got the cover for us.
Now, a team that was hot as can be and looked like one of the top teams in the country, Texas A&M, they went into South Carolina and got absolutely demolished, 44-20. Like, dude, that's bad by them.
South Carolina was ready to thump A&M. I don't know what A&M's coach did or what the players did or what happened to make South Carolina so mad, Caden, but that was just a team that looked pissed off, and they really put it to A&M.
Yeah, the game was tied 20-20 at halftime. It's looking like, okay, we got a really good football game. Yep. A&M's looking good. We think maybe beat them down in the second half with their own game and end up
getting the win. It was very competitive early.
But then Lawrence Sellers for South Carolina had a great game. Bro had 244 passing yards, 2 tutties, no picks. He also picked up another 115 rushing yards on the ground himself. So an all-around great game out of Lawrence Sellers for South Carolina. And also hurt A&M, though, that their star starting running back ended up getting hurt early in the game and didn't end up, coming back for them.
That's a good point, Caden. The fact that South Carolina did not turn over the ball when it was in the air is a huge factor in why this win this game. When you take care of the football in these close games and you can consistently score and keep charging and keep moving forward, get some aggression on defense and stop that Texas A&M offense, it goes a long way.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, they did it exactly like that. No turnovers. They were able to control the ball, especially in that second half. They won the second half 24-0. Were able to dominate the entire half, looking good, control the clock with the run game. Were able to throw when they needed to.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a great win for South Carolina and a very tough, bad loss for A&M.
Yep.
Now, next game we got going on. One you got right. I was wrong about this. Louisville went into Clemson, not only covered the 10, but ended up winning. They ended up winning 33-20.
Come on. Yeah, 33-20 was a way bigger margin than I thought that this Louisville team was going to come in. I said I was skeptic of that Clemson offense and what they're going to be able to do. Louisville was able to take advantage of that. They played pretty sound defensively. Clemson was able to score a little bit as well. They gave up some points. But as a whole, I was very impressed with the way this Louisville team came out, and they got a big time cover and win.
Yeah, talking about that Clemson offense, they looked all out of sorts. The first half, they were able to get to around the red area, just weren't able to find the end zone. And then when they were trying field goals, their kicker missed. They missed 2 field goals. Well, I guess one got blocked. In the first half, it only limited them to 7 first-half points. So, from the jump, they were down big against Louisville and carried into the second half. Louisville was able to pound the rock. Well, they're leading running back at 161 rushing yards on 22 carries. So he had a great game. They were able to run the ball really well, and even though So didn't do much in the air, he did enough, didn't turn the ball over, just like South Carolina. They were able to get a big win on the road against a top-ranked team.
100%, Caden.
Now the night game, we thought the spread was too high. We thought SMU shouldn't be a 7.5-point favorite against an undefeated Pitt team.
We were wrong.
And what did SMU do?
We were wrong.
Go up 28-3 in the first half and win the game 48-25.
You know, Caden, SMU really stuck it to us because they said, why have you not wanted to entrust us? You've been confident with us all season. You see how good we play. You see when we're the underdog, or I guess they were the underdog.
Yeah.
But, you see when we play a good opponent and we need to raise and elevate our game, they do that consistently, Caden. For whatever reason, this SMU team is coached well that they show up in big games.
Yeah, especially in that first round. They were able to go up 28-3. When they would get the ball, they would drive right down the field, score that touchdown.
Yep.
Pitt then would get the ball and go 3 and out, maybe get 1 first down, and then get off the field. SMU's defense was smothering them, especially in that first half, which let them garner that giant lead that ended up leading to a very sound, easy victory for them. Just like South Carolina.
Yes, it was.
Their leading rusher had 161 rush yards and 2 tutties. They were able to put up over 200 yards on the ground against this Pitt defense.
Yeah, this game was over just as quickly as it started, Caden, and it was a very impressive win.
Yep. One more college game that we didn't talk about on the pod, but I think is worth mentioning, is Texas Tech was able to score a touchdown with 20 seconds left on the road to knock off undefeated Iowa State.
Caden, this was a huge game and a very competitive and now super tight Big 12 race, which propels Colorado to a position which they are now tied for second in that conference. They're going on the road to Texas Tech on Saturday. We'll talk more about that game on Friday's episode.
Yeah, great win for Texas Tech. Keeps them also in that Big 12 championship race, and it hurts Iowa State.
Huge.
Like, Iowa State was looking great this year, undefeated. I mean, I know they'd had the close games, but they're still undefeated on the season, undefeated in conference. It was looking like we were going to get a BYU-Iowa State championship game. Now, it moves the needle for a possible CU to sneak in there. Tech might be able to sneak in there. This game that we'll talk about on Friday's episode is going to be a real big game for deciding these Big 12 standings.
Yes, it will, Kane. It's going to be super exciting. This month of November is going to be crazy for college football.
Now, though, moving into our NFL games, we start with your Denver Broncos, where the Ravens were able to win 41-10.
Caden, this game looked like how I talked about it being a very competitive game early on, right? Let's not let that score dictate what was going on. Broncos were very competitive.
In the first half.
But that receiving core from Denver, just no help to Bo Nix. That first interception, completely not his fault.
Right off
little Jordan
hands.
Humphrey's hands. Yep. And Bo Nix had to make that incredible catch on the Philly special where he had to moss the defender, box him out.
That was a great catch.
Yeah.
That's an interesting 4th and goal play call. Very suspect 4th and goal.
Yeah.
But hey, it ended up working, and it looked good for the Broncos. They got on the board, got the momentum. And then, did they not know how to tackle Zay Flowers?
So what happens is, Caden, it is 17-10 when Bo Nix gets off the field.
With about 50 seconds left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The next time Bo Nix touched the field, you realize it was 31-10.
I do.
Like, it is absolutely disgusting. The defensive collapse, no tackling, no discipline. We're playing zone, and our single high Barton most of the time is just jumping for joy, trying to tip the pass in the air. That Lamar just dropping right over top of him every time.
Well, then you had like 5 defenders around Zay Flowers. And then you just let him run all past everyone and score that.
And not only that, by the third quarter rolls around, this defense is, beat up, fatigued, whatever, and Derrick Henry just starts running. And they just had early on the first half, they were thumping Derrick Henry. He was over an average.
He had 33 rush yards in the first half.
He was getting manhandled. And it's like the second half came, that defense just gave up. I don't want to say gave up, but it looked like they gave up the way they just fell over for Derrick Henry.
Yeah, they bottled him the entire first half, only had 33 rush yards, except he still finished the game with 106 rushing yards and 2 tutties.
Yep. It was a great game offensively for the Ravens. It seemed like whatever they did worked, and Lamar was cooking, and we got to sweep that one under the rug and keep it moving.
Yeah, because they had a big game once again for them this upcoming
week.
Now, though, we get to my Patriots.
We
got the cover.
Yeah, he did. We talked about
it. We got the cover, but can we stop letting these mediocre running backs just run down our throats the entire game?
You're right. He's atrocious.
Before that, though, I want to talk about the final drive by Drake May. He gets the ball back with about 2 minutes left. Needs to go like halfway down the field, and he's able to do that. He gets on the field, finds Hunter Henry, Demario Douglas. And then on the touchdown, he finds Ramondre, where he had 11.82 seconds before he threw that ball. At just running, dancing around in the backfield.
Oh, my God.
Trying to find someone open, maybe run the ball.
That was disgusting.
And he finds Ramondre for the touchdown to tie it, send it to overtime. And then what do the Titans do? Barely throw the ball with Rudolph because they know he can't do a thing. Here's a handoff up the middle to Tony Pollard 8 times. Get him down to field goal range, kick the field goal, and then Drake ends up throwing an interception to lose the game. Once again, though, the running game was atrocious for the Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson, 10 carries for 18 yards and a tutty. So, like, he's getting the tutties these past couple weeks since Drake's become the quarterback, but he's forgotten how to run the football efficiently at all. He's looking like your boy Javonte last year.
Oh, wow. That's crazy hate, but you're not wrong.
Drake May, though, was great once he got on the ground. 8 carries for 95 yards.
Solid. He's looking solid as a rookie.
Yeah, it's the most rushing yards by a Patriots quarterback since 1977.
That might be when they started recording rushing yards for quarterbacks again.
He had 8 carries for 95 yards. He was able to scramble, and he picked up a big 3rd and 15 earlier in the game. He was able to maneuver the pocket. So he's looking better.
He is.
The pick in OT, I don't really know why he was trying to throw that deep ball with. You had your one receiver, then the 2 defenders. You had the corner and the safety both there. It was a bad throw, but other than that, I think he still played solid. He's looking good. He's looking like he should be, like the quarterback moving forward and for the next years moving forward as well.
Definitely. Lots of shining, and that's exactly what we talked about all year long about Bo Nix and Drake May. You just want to see him do enough, and I think both quarterbacks are looking well. Next game.
Now, though, our afternoon game, which was pouring rain the entire game at Lambeau, just straight dumping rain.
Yes, it was.
The Lions go in there. We said they're going to cover the 2.5, get the win over the Packers. They win 24-14, which could have been more if Green Bay didn't get that touchdown with like a minute or so left.
Yeah, garbage time.
A little garbage time touchdown to make it just a little closer. Yeah. I also saw this one thing. The Lions, this is their second straight week. They've been outgained by 150 or more yards. And they're 2-0, winning both those games by at least 10 points.
See, Caden, when you win in other aspects of the game, when your special teams and your defense
you get that pick six of Jordan Love.
Yes, it makes offense so much easier. You don't have to do much. And when you get Jared Goff, who's going to take care of the football,
be very efficient,
he's going to manage that game like no one else can manage a game. And that was a victory. We expected the Lions to get a little more dominating performance than I anticipated. I thought at least Jordan Love would be able to put up more points.
I would agree.
But ultimately, no surprises there.
Yeah. In their Lions' 6-game winning streak that they're on right now, Goff has completed 83% of his passes, which is an NFL record for a 6-week span.
It's pretty impressive, Caden.
He's looking great. He's looking like the quarterback that the Lions need. Yeah. And like you said, he's able to manage the game. When they need a quick little throw on third down, he's there.
Yep.
When you need to just hand it off to Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, he's there. And he's not trying to he's not trying to do anything crazy on extended plays, try to throw into triple, double coverage that we see from these other quarterbacks. He does his job and he does it well.
Yes, sir. Now, the absolute snooze fest of Sunday Night Football, Caden.
Very much a snooze fest. You got your late cover on that
I did.
On that last minute touchdown.
Lock of the week secured, baby.
21-13, Vikings victory over the Colts. Where, like you said, it was a snooze fest. Darnold got the 3 touchdowns, but also threw the 2 picks.
He did.
And then the Vikings defense was able to bottle the Colts the entire game. Jonathan Taylor only had 45
I told you Joe
yards.
Flacco was going to be exposed. Not surprised at all by that. I literally called that on the pod.
Well, you said 2 picks.
Oh, sorry.
He only threw 1.
Sorry, my apologies.
You guaranteed he was going to throw 2 picks.
That is true. That is true. I did think he was going to get another one in, and he was close.
He was close. Hey. Yeah, no, it was not a great – the whole first half, Ricard for the Vikings was looking bad. Patterson, there was a lot of missed field goals in this first half that could have at least bumped up the score a little bit, made it look a little more exciting.
But that's what made the game so weird, is that it kept just being low score, even though it looked like it had the opportunity to burst open.
Yeah, people were making drives. At the end of the first half, it's 7-0. If you make your field goals, it's 10-6.
Yes.
Colts, which, who knows if that may change anything if the kickers make the kicks. But it's a 7-0 first half, and what should have been, by the way, the offense were able to, at least at the start of the game, move the ball at least into field goal range. You'd think there'd be at least more points put up on the board.
Yes, most definitely, Caden. A little bit disappointed, but hey, got the cover at the end of the day.
And the Vikings defense is legit.
Yes,
that is one thing. They are a good defense.
Now,
though, our Monday night game, which ended up being a really good game.
It was a great game.
I got my cover. I thought 8.5 was too much. They should have been able to keep it within 1 score. And then, the Bucs are looking great early. They get the touchdown.
Oh, they
Chiefs
were
answer
nice.
back. It's a good game. They're going back and forth. They're up 14-10.
Another rainy condition football game.
Rainy condition. Get the field goal to go up 17-10. And then Chiefs drive right down the field, score the tutty, score another tutty to go 24-17. And then Baker, with a couple minutes left, drives down the field, gets the game-tying touchdown.
Doesn't go for 2.
And then they lose the coin toss in overtime.
And
Mahomes drives them right down the field. Kareem Hunt, 1-yard rushing touchdown. They're now 8-0, and they win 30-24.
The conservativeness of Todd Bowles lost the Buccaneers the game, point frank. There was that 4th and 2 where I said, Caden, they were on their own 39, I believe. And they needed to go for that. I said, time's winding down. There's about 8 minutes left. You need to go for that ball. and set yourself up for a position to go take the lead. What happened? You punted it away. Mahomes went and scored, and now you're down a touchdown. And then they go and they get the touchdown with the momentum on the road. Go for the 2-point, Caden.
I would agree 100%.
Go for the 2-point. And the Buccaneers don't. Mahomes gets the ball back, and Baker never sees the field again. And that is why you don't be conservative on the road against a team that is 7-0 and you're supposed to lose to anyway.
Yeah, especially Mahomes, though, a good thing, to see for Chiefs fans. Finally, for the first time in 7 weeks, doesn't throw an interception.
Oh, my gosh.
Goes for 282.
He should have threw like 2.
He should. In that final drive of the regulation. Yeah, if they just catch that ball, there's a chance for the Bucs.
People love dropping Mahomes' picks.
There's a good chance for the Bucs to get maybe in a field goal range and kick a game-winning field goal as time expires in regulation, because it would have got about midfield.
Yeah, I think.
But the DB drops it, which could have been a pretty simple interception for him. No, goes to overtime, win the coin toss, Chiefs drive easily right down the field, get the touchdown.
Not much more to say, Caden. I'm not surprised that the Kansas City Chiefs get another victory. They'll remain undefeated until they have to face the Denver Broncos, which we'll talk about more on Friday's episode. Caden, what should these people do?
Yeah, make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, share the pod with your friends, family, coworkers, anyone like that.
Yes.
And stay tuned for more episodes of the Untouchaballs.
Most definitely. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you all next time.